I have an ulcer, which probably tells you how school is going for me so far. I'm feeling a lot better now, but a few days ago I was not vibing, to say the least. And like the good student I am, I decided that I would push school to the side for a second and do something that I actually want to do and try to relax for the first time in my whole life. And what did I do, you may be wondering? Well, I'll tell you. I knit this hat. Wow. It was a pretty standard hat pattern. I just did some ribbing and then knit a tube. You know how it goes. Using double-pointed needles was weird though. I forgot how kind of terrifying it is to use those. But what we're gonna do today is maybe ruin the hat. We'll see. I don't know. I really like how color work looks. I don't like the process of doing color work. Having to deal with multiple yarns at once stresses me out. Having to keep my tension the same stresses me out. The process being slow as fuck doesn't necessarily stress me out, but it does annoy me. But I recently saw a really cool technique that could possibly solve all those problems. And I could knit cool pictures without giving myself an ulcer. Literally, the duplicate knit stitch. I think I saw it once a long time ago and I thought it was cool, and then I tried to learn how to do it and it was complicated, so I gave up. But then I saw a TikTok recently of someone doing it and it looked fun, maybe even relaxing. Kind of like a nice color by number. So I knit that plain little hat for the purpose of trying it out. I could have just knit like a little block to try it, but that sounded boring, so hat it is. I made my own little chart on Stitch Fiddle. I'm not really sure how it's going to translate from far away, like the actual image. I'm not really sure if it's going to translate up close, to be honest. I don't know if anyone's really going to be able to tell what it is, but that is what I'm going to be using. I'll put a little picture of it up on the screen right here because it's going to look like ass on my computer screen. I've been drawing a lot of little characters lately, and I drew this guy and I like him a lot and I've been wanting to put him on something. I don't really think that the little chart that I made does his original form justice, but once again, we'll see. It's hard to make like a good image within like 20 pixels. Not a lot of detail that you can put in there, but I digress. I watched multiple videos multiple times, so hopefully I won't have to stop and look at them, but you never know. I have all of my materials in front of me, so I am just gonna get started and hopefully I don't struggle too bad. Okay, I'm using two cameras. I don't necessarily know how this is gonna work out, but we'll see. I used some stitch markers to kind of border out where my square is because I could definitely see myself getting confused constantly with that. So that's why this looks like this right now. Starting out with the white border because I feel like that's good and makes sense. I'm gonna go from bottom to top because that's what the video told me to do. I don't really know how long to expect this to take me, so I'm scared. So the first stitches are on 10 and 11. 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. And I come from behind and through the bottom, I think. You leave a tail to weave in. I think that's good. And then I go through the top 2 legs with the stitch over it. Try to make the tension match, I guess. And then I go back through bottom. Don't think my yarn needed to be that long. but it's fine. And then I just do the same thing over and over. So, I mean, right now, this is not nearly as hard as I thought it was gonna be, but I think as per usual, the hardest part of this is gonna be counting. That's normally how it goes with any of this shit, so it's going fine so far. So I think that I'm gonna come back to you when I finish this color and let you know if I did have any problems. So I'll see you in a second for you. I don't know how long for me. Okay, this is what it's looking like right now. I just finished the outline and just all of the white parts in general. I think there's a couple spots that look kind of wonky, but I just don't really care enough to fix them, to be honest. It's not that difficult. The main thing is really just keeping the tension the same. And you definitely do need to be working bottom up. There were a couple spots, like I finished this side first, and then when I got around to this side, I kind of just started, like, I would go down further so that I could work up, and I think that kind of made it look a little weird over here. Probably stuff that only I would notice. And then there's some spots that just look kind of weird and I don't necessarily know why. It is time consuming. I figured that it would be, but still. I feel like this probably took me like an hour and a half. So I might have to take a break to do homework. I don't know if I'll finish it today. The next time that I see you, I will probably be done. So. Okay, I finished it late last night, and this is what it looks like. Doesn't translate super well, but it's okay. I think I should have maybe done a lighter color for the eyes, and maybe that would have done it. I don't know. It was already very kind of bear slash deer slash dog looking when I made it, so it kind of just looks like an ambiguous creature. But I think that's okay. I can get down with ambiguous creature. It kind of just looks like I'm wearing a weird little demon on my head if you're not above me. Final thoughts are that it's definitely addicting. It's fun. The more progress that you make and the more colors that you weave in, the more that I just was really excited to see the finished product, and so I just didn't feel like I could put it down. But that's kind of how I feel about everything. It definitely makes like a thicker fabric, which is fine for this because it's a hat. I don't know if it would bother me if it was on like a sweater or something. It looks a little shitty. But I think that's just user error. I definitely just need more practice, but I do want to do it again. I'll think up some other things that I can try it out on, because I want to. That's gonna be it for the video. If you watched all the way through, thank you. If you liked this video, I also make other videos like it, so consider checking those out and giving this video a like and maybe subscribing. And I will see you next time. Thanks.